I wonder if there's a hole in the block. Welcome to the shop. I'm Jared, and this is Wrench Every Day. And today is an exciting day because we have a solution for our Project Roadblock, the 2008 Dodge Charger that was used as a extra car. I'm going to call it a feature car of the famous, well-known Need for Speed car movie from, I believe it was 2014 or 2016, one of those 2 years. It was used in the big final chase scene during the race where all of the exotics were going for the, is it the De Leon? I believe it was the De Leon race. And it was used there. And as we tore into it, we found a very unexpected surprise. And it was a V8 engine, which was exciting until the point that we discovered we had none of the electronics required to make it work. And it kind of left us in a really hard spot of what to do. We needed so many parts to repair crash damage and the interior damage and get the engine working that we hit a roadblock because a lot of those parts are discontinued, and we were kind of let down a little bit. But you know who's not going to let you down? Today's sponsor. Did you know 2 out of every 3 men will experience some type of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35? Kinda scary. I like my hair. But today's sponsor, Keeps, has you covered with treatment plans that will work for you. With Keeps, you work directly online with your doctor. No more in-person visits required. Your doctor will review your information and help decide the best treatment plan for you. And then from there, your treatment is delivered directly to your home once every 3 months. And you can message your doctor 24/7 with any questions or concerns you may have during your treatment. And with Keep's Progress Tracker tool, you're able to monitor and record your progress with your hair loss treatment. Now with hair loss, prevention is key. Don't wait too long, as results can take 4 to 6 months to start kicking in. Protect and treat what you have, because we're not all as lucky as Pyrrha with pounds and pounds of fur. Keeps helps lower the cost of treating hair loss by offering FDA-approved generic versions of what's already out there for hair loss. Now, if you're ready to start your battle against hair loss, head on over to keeps.com/wrencheveryday. That's KEEPS.com/wrencheveryday, or click the link in the description box below and save 50% off your first order. What are you waiting for? Save what you've got. So yeah, we were trying to keep an upbeat attitude, but we had a fantastic car we wanted to bring back to life with essentially no clear path ahead. Until now. Let me introduce you to our other 2008 Dodge Charger. Now this car here we found scrounging the marketplace and just looking for something local, and this is a V8 powered Pursuit Special. This was an actual cop car. It has been repainted this blue, teal, green. I don't know, the camera makes it look a lot better than it is. It is not an attractive color, but I'm informed that it has a blown engine, but it has all of the electronics that we're going to need to bring Roadblock back to life. And now that we've got it here and I've introduced it, let me show you the process of loading it. It was kind of fun. It was down this really steep gravel dirt hill. kind of traditionally with these projects, we will go ahead and, you know, make them work, and we'll do our full walk around before cleaning them. But this thing is so disgusting. I got so dirty just even, you know, touching it to tie a strap. I'm going to pull out the pressure washer and knock this first round of dust off and dirt off, and then we're going to get it inside, and let's take a tour of the car together. But like I said, first, let's get it cleaned up a little.
Oh man. Hey guys, Dwayne the editor here, and as you've noticed for the past couple of episodes, Jared has unloaded a car off of a trailer all by himself. And in all truth, that obviously is a very dangerous thing to do. So if you find yourself in a situation where you need to unload a car off of a trailer, get a couple of strong, burly friends to come and help you. Or perhaps at least put down some wheel chocks on the ground in front of you. That way the car won't roll and crush you against a wall or something. Or use a winch. A winch is a great idea. But whatever you do, don't make the questionable choice of unloading a car by yourself. It really can be dangerous.
And we've got it inside. Once again, it kind of went pretty smoothly. I was expecting a little bit of a fight, and turns out if you line it up right, it's not too bad. And I'm also kind of look at behind me. 1, 2. Just a week ago, I had no Dodge Chargers, and now we have 2. And I'm kind of happy. They're fun. They are absurd, just big, you know, American muscle sedans. And, you know, we're going to blame Tavarish and the Hellcat and just all the fun that those were to lead to this and, you know, movie car. Now, you saw in the loading video, this was stuck down in a dirt hole, and I've not really looked over it much. And it's kind of funny that the fake cop car looks way more cop car than the real cop car until you get inside. So it has had the push bar on it. One of the brackets is bent back. Apparently, I didn't know this, but none of the Dodge Chargers have left side blinkers. Is that a thing? It's a thing for this one. One thing I am extremely excited about this car is it has a functional hood release. So we're going to be able to open that hood without too much trouble. Let's walk around the car and see. That's cop car wheel, no hubcap. This used to have its external spotlight mirror, and it's had some self-tappers put in it to cover that up. Let's see. Otherwise, body-wise, we're looking pretty good. One hubcap there. Now, when I cleaned it, I wasn't actually cleaning it. I was just trying to get the dirt and crap off of it. If we look up here, you've got the extra antenna mounts for cop car stuff. I mean, you know, a trunk. No wing. I think it needs the wing. That wing is kind of silly on a cop car. We've got one more hubcap. There's a little bit of filler here. I don't know if there was some weird antenna or something on this car. I don't, we'll see what we can figure out. We got 2 chargers. This, I think, is a satellite beacon antenna, maybe. Let me get the key, because again, we're always supposed to start in the trunk on these. There's our physical key. And what do we think we're going to find? What's going to be in here? Nothing. Wow. I mean, aside from a bunch of junk from sitting, this was a white car. Do we have a spare tire? We have a mini spare. We got a used battery here. A little bit of a water link funk. We got some boom booms. And a fuse box that has a few more relays in it. That is going to be the ticket to having a transmission that works. What else is down there? And 1 mouse nest and 1 jack. Okay, so I think between both cars we'll be able to put together a complete spare tire kit. That's kind of cool. Okay, back seats. She has a smell. It's not quite as nice as the movie car. Here is our front bumper, what's left of it, and a side marker. This, more evidence it's a cop car. That is from the cage that would have gone across the back seat for transporting someone who had been arrested. And if you notice, there is no way to unlock this door from the inside. This is something that's kind of cool on these cop cars. The way to lock and unlock the rear door is right there. So that door is locked now. And then unlocked. Now, being a fleet cop car, we have got ourselves a nice vinyl floor. We have the cop car center console. There's no normal console here. They started retrofitting cup holders into these because originally they didn't have them, which I find kind of funny. But within here are a bunch of cool hookups that will let us set up and run different lights. There's an outfitter connector. Let's see if I can get my hands on it. So this here, that is called the outfitter connector. And what that has is the ability to send power to different signals and have the factory police lights come on, and just lots of cool little things there. The other thing the cop cars have, don't have a lot of light here for you, but this is the auxiliary fuse box. They have an entire separate fuse box just for these cop cars to make it easier to fit all the lights and the radios and the computer chargers that it would come outfitted with. That's a fuse box lid and a napkin. Nothing too exciting in there, but what I'm excited about, look, that airbag isn't blown, and that airbag isn't blown. So we have a mostly good dash. It's lifted a little there and has some screw holes, but you can't get these. Another thing that's interesting about cop cars are they're column shifted. So there are ways to adapt this to a center console style shift. If you have one of these and wanted to do that. Let's see, what else is interesting? Oh, so the other thing that's unique in these cop cars is their dome lights. They look kind of very weird when you compare them to a normal one, but that turns on both white and red. The reason it'll turn on red is at night, a red light doesn't affect your eye's transition to darkness as much, so you're able to turn on a red light, do your paperwork and things that you need to do inside your car without blinding yourself. You know what we could see? Let's put that battery on and see if things power up, right? Normally, you disconnect. Okay, just making noise, lights on. You want to disconnect grounds, not powers, but it works. Okay. Now I wish I remember where I put that key. Right here in my pocket. Hey, wireless works. Okay. So, let's show you this dome light if it works still. If we come here and flip, there's your normal white. But then you get a nice red glow. You know, the red light district, I guess. Let's put our key in. Oh, is that? That's a weird... I thought it went up and down like a truck. It rotates. So no radio. Hazards work. I guess my blower doesn't work, so we'll have to figure that out. It might just be a really weak battery. Yeah, holding the key, the thing is just clicking away, so battery's not very strong. All right, so we got our hood popped, and opening it up, we have a car that is supposed to have a V8 with a V8 already in it. So I am hoping this is going to make life a lot easier on the electronic side. From everything I can look at and see, this should work. There's a chance that I've once again made a mistake and we're just going to buy every charger in existence and eventually be able to make one that works. Now, one thing we will run into, and if you are planning any type of Hemi swap and you need to look for, is this is the last generation of the 5.7 Hemi. I think it's the third gen. Maybe this is the second gen, then there's a third gen. But the engine inside this charger is the Eagle. It is the first one to have variable valve timing and doesn't have that tube. So it is not technically a direct drop-in. But since we have the computer with that V8, the 09 and 010s still use that same style computer. So it's probably not going to work, but everything I can do researching-wise says it's going to work for us to write the VIN directly into that 09 computer, and we will have fully functioning working electronics with everything where the V8s go. Now, why I was able to get this and why was it relatively cheap? Well, I was told the motor's blown. We don't know why or what. They said they tried to turn it over. Again, I was looking at it for electronics. Between these two cars, I think we can make a good one. I'm excited again. I'll be honest, I was very discouraged when we kind of hit that point that the wiring just was not going to be possible to easily make happen. And then every part that we were going to need being discontinued made that even more discouraging. So looking around and finding this gem and being able to find it, it's got everything we could potentially need to put these two together. But I think let's try to start this engine. You know, I can take their word for it that it's no good, but you know, let me throw the good battery in there and see what happens. Okay, good battery engaged. It's kind of weird having everything where it belongs. Oh, wow, okay. Turns out the reason it didn't work so well is the power was too low. Oh. And yeah, I'm thinking the engine might be locked up. We get one hard and nothing. Everything dims. It's in full short. So they weren't kidding when they said that engine's bad. It's locked up. Okay, so we can't just leave it with the starter trying to turn the engine. Sometimes, there we go. You need a little more motivation. So we got a 21 millimeter here, which I believe is the right size. Now, we did buy this with the listing saying the engine was no good. So this isn't like a unexpected outcome, but sometimes you hope for the best, right? Gotta be optimistic in life. And I might have to go get a short socket. Yeah, all right, I'll be right back. Now, in keeping with the goal of that tool review, I do have the Quinn socket. The other one was my Pittsburgh socket, which all is Harbor Freight tools. I am using the Matco breaker bar because it's longer. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Will it go backwards? I'm just loosening the bolt. Oh boy. Huh. I wonder if there's a hole in the block. Okay. That's locked up. All right, so really no surprises there. They said the engine was blown and not good, but we have a V8 car with all of the V8 accessories and wiring that we need for Project Roadblock there. The one that just, it's fighting us. So next time, we're gonna go ahead and slip those quick jacks underneath and pick up the new charger. We're gonna take a good look underneath of it and see what it looks like. What is the condition of our subframe and suspension parts that we needed? See if there's any hidden surprises. Make sure it has that rubber bushing that we need for the differential. And, you know, finalize that we made a good purchase, and I'm not gonna need to get a third charger. You know, I like them, but I really don't wanna have to keep buying them, because then it reaches the point I could have just bought a good one and not have to keep doing this. So here we are. Went from 0 to 2 chargers in all of a week. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I make lots of questionable choices. If you're ready to go ahead and get your own questionable choices shirt or our roadside assistance, any of our merchandise, head on over to our Bunker Branding page, where you'll see some new stuff coming and a few shirts retiring. And going into the Christmas season, there's a lot of really cool sales coming up. So follow Bunker Branding and see those as they go live. So yeah, I'm Jared, reminding you to always make questionable choices. And if your project car requires you to buy a project car, you're doing it right. We'll see you.